I haven't sat down and recorded a video in a while. So for a little bit, I was kind of scared. Do I remember how to do this? What am I going to do? And then it hit me. I'm a hater. I'm a big hater at heart. So you know what I decided? I'm gonna stir the pot a little. I'm going to go online and find 15 new gen anime that are trendsetters. I'm here to talk shit about your favorite new gen anime. If this is the first video of mine that you're seeing, go ahead and subscribe. We just hit 520 subscribers not that long ago. I'm so excited to just continue making content. I love this. This is great. So first and foremost, The Promised Neverland. All right, let's be honest. In 15th place, we definitely know for a fact that anime does not deserve 15th place. Maybe the first season was good. Second season skipped out an entire arc. Trash, just completely ruined characters. We don't need to say much aside from The Promised Neverland anime is ass. The next that we have is the Heike Story. I've never seen. I'm also going to have screenshots of these on the video so you guys know what I'm talking about. 13, we have Fire Force. Aside from too much fan service, there's not really a lot that I can say negatively towards Fire Force. I really enjoy Fire Force a lot. Next tattoo maybe. But if we're being completely honest, it gets overshadowed super easily by a lot of other new gen anime. Even though it is one of the best, I really just dislike a lot of the fan service that revolves around that cat girl because it's fan service with a cat girl. Are we past that? Like, didn't we pass that trope a long time ago? We just need it. I mean, fan service is cool, whatever. Get your nut off. Not with me. In 12th place, we have Black Clover. And what better new gen anime to talk shit about than Black Clover? And don't get me wrong, I'm a big Black Clover fan. I actually kind of enjoy the manga. However, you cannot deny how close that is to Naruto. That's Naruto too. That's what Boruto should have been. For example, Asta has Yuno. Naruto has Sasuke. Asta has Lieb, don't know how to pronounce it. Naruto has Kurama. Asta eventually befriends this demon inside him. Naruto eventually befriends this demon inside him. Naruto or Asta wants to be the Wizard King. Naruto wants to be the Hokage. There's definitely a lot of other comparisons that we could get into, but I think just that, like, don't get me wrong, I understand that Naruto is going to, you know, spawn shonen and different anime that are going to be based off of, you know, a similar story, but that is one-to-one. That is, don't copy my homework, but I copied it anyways. That is the exact same story, just flipped upside down maybe. It's in a different tint. It's in a different font. There's nothing. It is what it is. Like, there's just not a lot to convince me that that's not Naruto 2. One Punch Man in 11th place. Now, might be one of the only anime slash manga that I didn't even consider a new gen, but also that I don't really have much bad to talk about it. I really like the plot points that it has in the manga. I really enjoy the art. Incredible art. If you haven't read the One Punch Man manga and you read manga, go look at the art on there. Like, I know you've seen it. It goes crazy. It has to be on your For You page on TikTok, somewhere on YouTube. You have to have seen it at least once. The art is crazy. To be honest, not really anything bad that I can say about this one. It's not the craziest thing ever, but it's entertaining. It is good entertainment, and it doesn't have a lot of bad plot holes, aside from the fact that how did his training make him that strong? Aside from that, I mean, it's pretty good. Probably the one that's gonna get off the best out of all of these on the list. Tokyo Revengers. Okay, oh my god. All right, if you're a Tokyo Revengers fan, that's in 10th place, by the way. If you're a Tokyo Revengers fan, why? Did you read the manga? Because I didn't. I got explained the ending arc of the manga. What is going on? How many times do people go back to the past, back to the future, and past and future gotta switch little things, and then all of a sudden everybody believes that Takemichi can go back to the future, so they start leaving him notes for the past and the future talking about, don't follow me, I'm gonna do this. What is this? It started off as a cool, like, you know, storyline, you know? It started off as something I could see. Maybe if it was a little more linear, it'd be best. But all this complexity for some teenagers in some hooligan activities, some teenagers disrupting the law. And I understand that these were like gang movements, right? This manga slash anime did not need any of that whatsoever. Okay, in number 9, we have Odd Taxi. Never seen it. Never seen it. Number 8, we also have Vivi Fluorite's Ice Song. Never seen that either. I'm only naming these because if you are first off curious to see what the top 15 are, as well as You've seen these? Let me know. Like, would you recommend these? In 7th place, we have My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is one of those anime that suffers kind of from the fan base that it has. A lot of people out there, wild things. So I don't want to let that affect what I actually think of it. When I first saw My Hero Academia, I was like, you know what? This is actually crazy good. Like, this shit goes hard. But then it kind of fell off. I don't know, something about it. There was a middle portion. I don't know if it was after they defeated Overhaul and everything after that. It kind of felt slow. But in the manga currently, it's going crazy. The chapters are short, you know, the art is incredible, so it kind of makes up for it. The story has twists and turns that nobody was expecting. What can I say bad about My Hero Academia that hasn't been said before, right? Deku cries a lot, okay? But I understand it. Like, he wanted to be a hero. He saw this avenue. I think this is also going to be a One Punch Man where I don't really have a lot against it. Horikoshi does make some questionable decisions when it comes to some art. And, you know, I'm not going to defend that in any way because weird, a little bit weird. You know, a lot of bit weird if you really want to talk about it. However, the story itself, incredible. I think, aside from maybe Endeavor, because nobody can make that big a switch. That big a switch is crazy, but it's written. It's a written story, so it makes sense. Okay, in number 6 we have Demon Slayer, which for whatever reason I forgot was going to be up here. I personally am a really big fan of Demon Slayer. I recently got this Demon Slayer inspired tattoo. I'm not going to talk about it just in case spoilers or whatever. Hopefully you guys saw that. Could you see that? Just in case you didn't see it. But yes, I am actually a pretty big fan of Demon Slayer. It does have its weird points in the manga where it is kind of slow. Things don't really tend to make a lot of sense. But I think that was just through my first and second read-throughs of it, because I did do it twice. I do enjoy it. I really enjoy the final. You know what? I like a lot more of these anime than I thought I would. The animation, it definitely, a lot of people say it gets carried by it. The story, I understand, isn't the most fulfilling, and the animation is definitely, you know, one of the reasons to watch. But they do have their moments, and I really do enjoy Tanjiro as a character. Violet Evergarden, I heard is sad. I don't really feel like crying at anime, so I never watched it. Chainsaw Man. Okay. All right, so we're going to be talking about the Chainsaw Man manga. Now, the Chainsaw Man manga is crazy. A lot of twists and turns. And I don't really think the manga has evolved to a point where you can really talk much bad about it. I'm really confused about what's going on in this second arc. I want to say, whatever we can call this second portion after the first big conclusion of the Chainsaw Man story. I'm not sure what's going on. It feels kind of directionless, but it also feels like, you know, stuff is being led up to. It feels like one of those beginning stages, one of those rough draft areas, but we're putting it out. I like it. I'm not the, you know, craziest against it. It doesn't stand out as, you know, something like One Punch Man, My Hero Academia, or Demon Slayer, but it is enjoyable to read. Re:Zero is at our number 3 spot. Now, Re:Zero, at least I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm not caught up on Re:Zero. I only saw the first season, so I can't really say much about it. But I did enjoy that first season. It was kind of wild. What do you guys think? Is it worth continuing? Because it's definitely been on my list. The Ranking of Kings. If this is a hill, I'm going to stand on it. I love the Ranking of Kings. I love Boji's character, and his character alone, aside from the art style a little bit, does make me so much more, you know, like I love this shit. This shit gas. The Ranking of Kings goes crazy. I'll watch it again like 2 times. I love it. But where does it go from here? I think I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know if I remember fully correctly what happens during those last few episodes, or what even the entire plot is. I know it circulates around Boji, but what does he do after this? Not too sure. I need to go back and rewatch it, but I do really enjoy it. At our number 1 spot, we do have Attack on Titan. And okay, don't get me wrong, Attack on Titan is really good. I really enjoy it. It's been spoiled way too much. People do tend to, maybe, I'm not going to say overhype it, because it's definitely good enough to deserve the hype that it gets, but people truly and wholeheartedly believe that nothing will ever top this, which, don't get me wrong, it's a high standard for anime and manga, but it's not impossible. I feel like things are already on their way to topping this, if not have already topped this. I think some of the classics are being overlooked, and don't get me wrong, Attack on Titan has a really good build up, a really good plot, but that endpoint is ass. Everybody knows. Everybody's upset about what happens in the manga, even if you haven't gotten there. I never read the manga. I know exactly how this shit ends. I know that the ending is going to be such a mid resolution for me that I'm not going to put this on the pedestal that everybody has it on. Honestly, Attack on Titan might not be deserving of this number 1 spot, because the resolution is so ass. it got a a barely better than Tokyo Revengers type resolution. I've been spoiled on this resolution before. This shit, it's not good. Any good story needs an incredible ending, and I don't know what ending could have had, you know, Attack on Titan cemented as one of the best, but a bad ending just makes you fall short even that much more. So I'm not too sure. I was hoping to see some other stuff, you know, to be honest. I did say new gen, so maybe we'll go over, like, you know, the top 15 old gen in another video. If you guys want that, let me know,